Well, hello there, my darlings, and welcome back to another little episode of, that's right, all together now, WARFRAMEs. And as you can see, we are heading to Fortuna today to take on the Profit Taker. Oh, wow. This has been quite a journey. I am a Profit Taker noob, and I've never done it solo, ever, in all the years I've been playing, and that's what I wanted to aim towards. As you can see, whaaaat is on the screen, and he is quite rightly the king of the Profit Taker. However, I wanted to try some other builds, which we'll go through briefly. This isn't a guide video per se. There are some amazing guide videos out there, but stick around to see how this little Profit Taker noob dealt with all the, oh my god, there was so much advice, so many items to think about. I'm still slightly cross-eyed from it all, but I really enjoyed it, so let's get into it. And that's right, what she said. We're heading to Fortuna to take on the Profit Taker today. Oh my goodness. It has been quite the video in the making. I actually started this before I started the Exploiter All, but I've managed to get like 2 Exploiter All videos done in the meantime. Just because there was so much preparation. So as I mentioned before, there was so much advice and some of it was conflicting, and in those videos the one thing they don't really tell you is it takes a moment to improve your skill set, like just learning the fight and using the right warframe for your playstyle as well, and modding correctly and formering correctly and trying different weapons. There were so many different weapons to try, and just ensuring that you've got all of the status damage types that you can possibly squeeze across your weapons reasonably if you're going to go solo. We're going to take a look at all my different loadouts. So I have tried like 6 different warframes. Atlas Prime was one of them, Nether Prime, Gauss Prime, they all failed appallingly. The ones that did succeed, as you can see on the screen, is my beautiful Revenant Prime, and I also took out Dante. He did surprisingly well, and also obviously the king of the Profit Taker, which is whaaaat Prime. But I wrangled with his loadouts for so long because I don't have any Umbral Formers, and I'm struggling at this point to get all the mods I want in, so I had to sacrifice some Umbral mods. We'll get into it, but in the meantime I want to show you some of my loadouts. This was my Profit Taker build for Revenant. A lot of videos suggested putting the Arcane Nullifier in. I don't really think it made much difference. You really need adaptation, but there's no room for adaptation. There's no room at the end. And the good thing about Revenant is as long as you can keep his ability popped, his Mesmer skin, you're good. Okay, he's not falling over, he's staying alive. Anyway, so I worked on Revenant. We're going to have a little look-see at him. Let's have a quick look at my Zenith build as it stands now. It probably wasn't like this right at the beginning, but this PT2 is what I've been rolling it out as. A lot of the guide videos on about IPS, which is Impact, Puncher and Slash. Now all of the weapons I took had Impact, Puncher and Slash, my main weapons, my Zenith. So there were some varying options, like some people were taking the Kuva Ogress out, some people were taking, there was another Tenet weapon that I don't have, the Tenet Detron, and they advised getting magnetic damage. I only had radiation to go. That added obviously radiation, heat and viral on top of the IPS, which is Impact, Puncher and Slash. So we're covered there. And the Profit Tickler is a Zor, which, as you can see, I'll zoom in, those are the parts obtained from Cetus, whaaaat Cetus. And this is how I modded it. Now, I do have Riven mods for my Bala, but I didn't put them in for various reasons. I mean, I might work on it. I kind of ran out of formers, ran out of time. And the Exodia Contagion seems to be very important, which is why they are taking Zors out to do the Profit Taker a lot, because you can basically aim and glide and then throw it essentially, and it does a lot of damage as long as you're, I think it's, what's it say, 30 meters away. So the thing about the Profit Taker, if you don't know, is that it is undamageable unless you have a specific element, and it flashes up the element on top of its crabby-like head, and you can only do damage to its shields with that element type, which is why they're trying to cover all the element types with these weapons. Now, you could put extra elements if you're going solo onto your heavy weapon. The heavy weapon is crucial to the Profit Taker fight. That's a tongue twister. So you do need to have got to the point where you've got a Gravi Mag. I don't think you can go out there without it. However, you do have the option to have your heavy weapon also on your Necromech, which is much easier to pop your Necromech out and leave it there near the fight and just pop in and out of it. This, you can only bring it out with your gear wheel, which is the arc gun deployer, which you get from doing the previous missions to the Profit Taker. The other thing they mentioned in the guide videos is making sure you have a ton of shield restores and energy restores and health restore and helpy helpertons. And there was something else they mentioned which inspired me to start work on Morale Jack, which was the on-call crew. The on-call crew being available on your loadout, your gear loadout, can only be done when you have leveled up your command intrinsics on your railjack to level 9. So here you go. One of your crew members can be designated as being on call and can be summoned to aid you in non-railjack missions. However, what I didn't get to, because I've just run out of time really, I am working towards my intrinsics. I need 512 in total to rank up fully to allow an elite crewmate to be on my on-call. So stronger crew members become available for recruitment from TAKER. So not just available for your on-call, but also available in your railjack missions, and they make a huge difference. And they do also mention things like your Archwing being impacted by these. So your Archwing in open world, like, oh, I don't know, Fortuna. So there you go. That's kind of my loadout. The Void Rig I've taken, it's just because it's my highest rank thing and I've got all the good stuff in there for now. I've used the Itzal just because it's the fastest I can. So I've made sure that my Mausolon is on my heavy weapon and on my Necromech heavy weapon, and that's my loadout for my Mausolon. And just to cover all the bases, this is Coffee from the future. This is my Operator and Amp loadout and build, and I'll just show you the Eviscerator and what it was made up of. And they're not vitally important ish. And I also used the Zenuric School of Focus because of the energy regen, and also as I went through it I discovered an ability that I helmeted onto, I think it was Dante and Chroma Prime in the end, to help with the energy regen, because the energy seemed to be quite important. So we'll get into that as well. So click on it. I won't bore you with all the talkies. They do talk quite a lot. I'm going to skip through it. I'm using the Itzal Archwing because it's quite fast. Right, what we need is some energies. What we need is some enemies, sorry. Yes. Do the good work, babies. Just worry more about the shooties. Virals on my Tenet Diplos. Look how much damage that did. Because it's higher. Oh wow, that was good. Right, I don't have blast damage, so pop out into your Operator and shoot it with your amp and... oh, I don't have magnetic either. That's irksome. Right, that's my Zenith. Oh yes, nice. Nice, yes. Electric is on my... This is what confused me, because it looked like he did some damage with this thing. But I don't know how he did it from a distance. I'll just shoot, I'll just stash its leg, shall I? It's just weird. Right, okay, now we drop out our art gun. We're going to shoot all 4 leg joints here. With our Mausolon, our heavy weapon. Whoa, no, come back, bitch. No! Oh no, it's because I'm too close. And also there's that really weird red glitchy effect, and then shoots her in the face, man. There you go. Now, the next thing is, I'm pretty sure, those. So these I was struggling with a lot. And when it reloads, it goes back into auto, which is really irritating. Like, how are you supposed to shoot at a thing you can't see? Please die. Please die already. Please. Please. Oh my god, that was so painful. What? Are we aiming again at the... get your art gun out again. Go for the legs. Try and stay alive. Aim. Fire. I don't know what that red effect is. I'm guessing it's some kind of glitch. Did I get both? Yeah, so now we're going for the torso. And then... wow. we're back to... Right. What? What are you on about, honey? Whoa. But I do have slash. It's kind of figuring out which is doing the most damage, you know? Hang on. I think I've got... Like, how do you... Ah, yeah.
Heads up. Bombardment inbound.
Oh.
This should confuse her adaptation system.
Oh, we're here again. Right, okay. Shoot those little leg joints. It's like the backward knee joint. I know, she's trying to skitter away from us. After all the pain she's put us through. Whoa. Shoot her in the face. Right in the noggin. Right. And then put you away, I think. Get the Zenith out again, I think. Yeah. So if you zoom in, you can't see the fucking thing. It just drives me nuts. So it's this bit that I'm struggling with the most. There must be something that I can do that's like not as stressful as that. What? Where's her face? Now we've got a timer. No! Like I've got time for this. I got no time for this. I got no time for this. I know Beatbop's down. I know he is. I know. Everything's down. Right, we don't have... But we do have... Oh, wow, yeah.
Only got a few mortars left. Firing them all.
Did we do it? Did we do it?
Pressing fire.
Hell yeah, we did. Did we do it? We frickin' did it. We only frickin' went and did it. Second proper run through ever. Look, bitch. I nailed. And it's not complete. Like, there's still work to do.
We did it. We did it.
We did it. That's exactly what I just said, honey. Wow, Revenant is the bomb. I just don't think I could stay alive with Chroma Prime. I don't know if he'd make it quicker, but I feel like he just wouldn't survive. Are we on her? We're on the crab. What now? Yeah, I know. She explodes. Run away. That's so cool. Yes, I know. I know. It's so dramatic. Oh. Okay, it's a slight mushroom crowd. Whoa, wow, that's... Okay, alright, that's dramatic, wasn't it? Okay, I crapped myself then.
I need a drink.
Woo!
Let's never do that again.
I can't tell you, like, as somebody who just didn't think I was going to be able to do this, this is so good.
I still think it's
I can do it. I could just about do it, man. It's not taking an hour. Okay, I know. Oh, crap. I know that the experts are like, it shouldn't take you like even like 6 minutes, not even that. It should take you 2 to 3 minutes. But I genuinely think it comes with practice. What was my last mission results?
Superlative work.
There you go. So I don't know if I'm getting 2 charisma Tories because I've got a resource booster on and a ton of debt bonds. So even though Revenant worked really well for me, I thought I'll just try some other Warframes. So I decided to go with Dante because of his Overguard ability and his slashing abilities. There you go. That's my loadout for him. And I also at this point realised to put Nourish on because it's got viral damage, man. I went through all the helmet abilities and saw this one. Thought I'd give it a go. And also it boosts up your energy regen. There's a multiplier on it. We'll have another look at that with Chroma because I'm going to put it on him. On this run through, I don't think I spoke over it because I found that when I didn't talk, I did better. I know. It's almost like I can't do 2 things at once. So let's get into the Dante run through. So So the first thing you'll notice is as soon as I pop the nourish, look how fast his energies regen. Up they go. Brrr. It's so good. That nourish really does keep your energies topped right on up. No matter what source you're using to regenerate your energy, it will multiply it by whatever you've got your setup as your mods. The other thing about Dante that I really liked was his overguard. However, if you keep a close eye on that top right pale blue number, it is fighting for its life. I'm popping it as quick as I can, but it's up, it's down, it's up, it's down. However, he does have an invulnerability moment when you first pop one of those abilities. His shields and health go silver, so you will not be damaged. So it was kind of a lifesaver on many occasions, in this fight particularly. I was still struggling to work out how to throw my melee projectile, and also forgot that I need to be 30 meters away. I learn eventually, don't panic. And the other thing is, you'll see me popping out to my operator to try and change the damage type. If it's something that you don't have, if you shoot it with your amp for a few seconds, it will change and cycle on to the next one. I didn't have magnetic or toxin. Since I've done this video, I have put magnetic on my Mausolon, I believe. So, and I also, in this run, didn't bring out my Necromet. But don't worry, in the next run through, it'll all be good, I promise.
That's it. Focus your arc-wing weapons on the orb. Compromise the exoskeleton of the legs, and then work your way to the torso.
So I was actually getting a bit better at cycling through the damage types in the main fight, but these pylons became my nemesis because, as you can see, the secondary fire on the Zenith, as I mentioned on the screen earlier, is infinitely punch throughable. So it will literally shoot through that mountain and hit the target. Brilliant, yes. But when you zoom in, you lose the target, you lose the reticle. So it was like, oh my god, I can't see what I'm doing. And if you get knocked at all, then you're off target. And it just took a little bit longer. When I put Vigorous Swap on my Warframe and swapped just before I shot them, they went down quicker. So that was the secret to just getting that whole thing done a bit quicker, was to do more damage to them. I know, it's like a miracle. Brain works. I found this so super satisfying, shooting these big old leggies. I was aiming for the joints, but I think just shooting the legs themselves will do it. I will figure that out eventually. Again. And that viral goes down so quickly because if we pop Nourish, it adds viral damage onto all of our weapons, which is very useful. So I'm not going to bore you with endless footage of this fight, but as you could see, I was managing to just about throw my melee weapon there. It gets better, I promise. But the gist of this fight is it's got phases, very much like the Exploiter Orb. You know, you come out, do the damage, take down its shields, bring out your heavy weapon, Necromech probably recommended, shoot the 4 limbs, shoot the torso, shoot the pylons, and then rinse and repeat until she dies. And we're on the final phase here. So I think depending on how quickly you take those pylons down can impact how high her shields regen. And obviously on the sort of the second round, you're on a 4-5 minute timer. So it's kind of like telling you should be getting this last bit done in less than 5 minutes. If you're not, that hint, there's a problem here. I don't know if they did that from the get-go or they realised people were taking way too long to do this fight. Like, hint, there's an easier way to do it. I don't know, who knows. But I'll be honest, even though it kind of is stressful and irksome at times, and I'll be perfectly frank with you, I think Revenant was my favourite out of all of them because he stayed in one place, you know. With Chroma, who you're going to see next, the beast, the bad boy of the Prophet Taker fight, it was hit and miss whether I could keep him alive. I know, when I was in a squad, oh, so much easier. I do have some squad footage, but it was taking about the same amount of time whether I was solo or in a squad, so you know, swings and roundabouts. At this point, I think I still had a resource booster on because I got 2 of those charisma toroids. In the previous run through from the previous day, I think I was getting lazulite or lazurite toroids. So, because it's a bounty, I'm guessing the reward pool changes now and again. So it's worth coming back and seeing what you can get. So I have been working my little boots off. Now, I was working on Atlas Prime because I was just thinking of like tanky warframes to take for Prophet Taker, just to trial a few, but he died. He died. So yes, one of the best warframes I've taken out so far is definitely Chroma. I have died a few times with him, so I am still kind of like, well... Oh hey, just popping back in to say, I replaced Arcane Nullifier, I know, Moment of Madness, with something else mold augmented, but I think I went back to it eventually, so don't panic. And also, this build isn't complete, but as you can see, no Umbral mods because she don't have any Umbral formers, and this was why I was struggling to use Chroma, because I couldn't put the Umbral mods in and get anything else in. I also replaced his first ability with Nourish, again with that viral damage, and the energy regen multiplier makes such a massive difference in this mission. As did Vigorous Swap. I really did notice the difference when I would switch out my weapons, especially when I was taking out the pylons with the Zenith semi-secondary fire. Made a huge difference. Okay guys, I'm not going to keep talking at you, I'm going to put some music on and we're going to watch this final solo, no speaky go through of the Prophet Taker and see how I get on after a little bit of practice. I'll be honest, I started to enjoy myself.
Is this a bad time?
What is it?
Satellite just moved. Nev's crew must have figured out our bypass. It's realigning.
Sparky, running out of time. You have to kill her now. You won't get another chance at this.
I've only got a few mortars left. Firing them all.
Suppressing fire. How many more of you are there?
Is it? Oh my crap. We did it. We did it.
Outworlders, run!
Well, there you go, my darlings. Another Profit Taker complete. I've done quite a few now, and I got that one down to about 10 minutes, but I think I've done it myself for about 8 minutes, so I'm getting there slowly. I went out with some squads to see what the difference was, and we did it in about 8 minutes or so. I'm not too worried about the time. If that impacts the credit reward, again, I'm not bothered. I'm not that bothered about credits of credit farming at this point. But each to their own. I just am enjoying the learning process and sort of starting to get good at something that's difficult. Do you know what I'm saying? So if you're on the same page as me, let me know. If you'd like to come out and do the Profit Taker with me at some point, let me know. I'm all for it. But in the meantime, my darlings, thank you so much for watching this. I wouldn't say itty bitty episode. This Profit Taker episode, guys. Let me know what you think of the Profit Taker and the Exploiter Orb, where you're at in the game. In the meantime, thank you for being here. I really do hope to see you again in the next one, no matter what that may be. But in the meantime, you take care now and goodbye.